Okay, so we've got some code here. We've imported our turtle module again, and here we've defined a variable size, which is an integer, and we want it between 3 and 8. Now we're doing some verification here to check that the user has put in a number between 3 and 8. So we put while size is less than 3 or size is greater than 8. In other words, if it's outside the range, this is a range check. If it's less than 3 or greater than 8, then we want them to re-input the value. So they input the enter number size between 3 and 8. And we keep going around that loop until we get a value of size which is between 3 and 8, at which point we'll print thank you. So let's just try running that and see what happens. Here we go. Let's enter a number between 3 and 8. So I'm going to start with 9, for example, and it asks for a number. If I do 1, again it asks for the number. If I do 4, which is between 3 and 8, you can see it then prints thank you. So that code's working pretty well at this moment in time. Notice I've done some quite nice testing there. I've tested that this bit's working and that bit working. I quite like to put brackets in here so that I can see where the logic is. I've got size is greater than 3 or size is less than 3 or size is greater than 8. So I suggest you do the same as well. The marking engine will like the brackets, incidentally. Now the exercise is to also not allow the number 7. So if we've got less than 3 or greater than 8, and if we say it's equal to 7, so we can do another or, put in size equals 7 there, and that should also make sure that if we put in the value 7, it will keep asking us for a value. So I put in 7, there it still wants a number. 1 again, put in 4, and it says thank you. Now the exercise then asks you to draw the shape. So I'm going to use for again count, in range, and so forth, and you know how to do that now. Notice that you'll be using sides again in order to do that, and it's probably going to be the best if you use a formula to calculate the sides as well. So I'm going to do range 1, 2. Now remember sides plus 1. Okay, so remember that we did 1 to 5 when we wanted 4 sides. So I'm going to do 1 to the number of sides plus 1. So I'm using the variable sides, and then I want to do turtle dot forward 100. I haven't defined size, but I could do that up there if I wanted. And then again turtle, spelled correctly of course, dot right, and then I want 360 divided by sides. So no matter what value I put in, it's now going to do this the right number of times for the number of sides and calculate hopefully the right angle. Let's see if that works. I've got an invalid syntax. There's good reason for that, is that I've forgotten the colon. So that's a good, you can see how the debugging works now here. And also remember I've put my tab in here to make sure that they sit in the side, so that they're executed during the turtle. So I'm going to run again. Right, so if I put in 4, I'm hoping that a little square will come up. Yep, there it is. And if I put in, notice it put it behind the window, so I had to try that again. So enter a number. So if I put in 5, I'm hoping for a pentagon. Press return. Let's run. I assume that behind there somewhere. So look, there it is. And there's my pentagon. So you can now have a bit of fun with calculating shapes of different sizes. Obviously, you can only do ones that are 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8.